But yeah, Canada Cup was a lot of fun, but there was obviously drama.
There was definitely drama.
Drama! Fact, this hotel room that we were in this weekend only had one bed.
One regular bed.
Yes, exactly.
One maybe fold-out bed.
Yeah, fold-out bed. But, I like to let the fan fiction run wild, so just try to feed them some fan fiction.
Makes sense. I like it.
David sharing me his whipped cream here, so.
Homemade
whipped cream, exactly. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this drama.
The Quackening.
Do you want to do this now, or do you want to take... I like that, by the way. I mean, people kept calling it Quackgate, and then I saw in your tweet you call it the Quackening. And I'm like, no, that's definitely eons better than Quackgate. So.
Come on, Quackgate? Get out of here.
Yeah, the Quackening. The Quackening.
Yeah.
So
what happened?
This is the story here, basically. And unfortunately, there's a lot of accounts to what happened. So this is basically, I'm going to tell this as straightforward as possible.
Do it.
During the course of the tournament in Pool 1, apparently Quackbot entered as PC Marvel God, as he did in
Evolution.
In Evo, which he got 3rd place at.
Indeed.
Then
Hiya!
You just ruined that art. I'm so sad right now.
It's made to be eaten, buddy.
He was in Pool 1. He did not make it out of Pool 1. He lost. Then at some point in time, he was on stream. Quickly, oh God, you are killing my OCD right now. he was on stream, and he beat Smooth Viper in the tournament. I told you, David, not in public, okay? This is only for our private sessions. He played on stream against Smooth Viper, and beat Smooth Viper, and winked at the camera, got off, and then suddenly there was word that Flux and Smooth Viper were claiming that that was the second time that he had played. Right. He was already in a pool that lost. Of course, what happens at that point is, man, Smooth Viper, why you always have to be like, oh, you're just claiming... And like Smooth Viper kept running up to me, he's like, James, it's not my fault, because he was apparently getting a ton of shit on social media.
Was he really?
Yeah,
because
people thought that he was just being that salty guy trying to come up with an excuse again, kind of like the Easy Supers that happened at TFC, because he was involved with that, and he's like, what do I do? I'm like, dude, it's not your fault this time. Right. People won't be mad at you. And he's like, they're totally mad at me. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. But and then they checked the records, and sure enough, he was on there the second time as Holy Order Troll. Holy Order Troll, who turns out to be a player from Arizona. And she plays on a joystick, a Korean joystick, with bat top and, specific buttons and everything like that, and her joystick broke.
Okay.
And so she could not enter the tournament, or she just didn't feel like she had a chance in the tournament. So she asked PC Marvel God, hey, take my spot for me, because I don't want it to go to waste. And PC Marvel God was like, I don't think so, that's not right. And then she was like, please do it, I don't want to go to waste. And apparently after several times of asking, he finally said okay, and just thought it would be a funny joke to do this. And then he started beating everybody, and then, made it out of pools and everything like that. And that's when everything happened. The problem with this whole situation is the pools had already finished. And one Eleverling had qualified out of winner's side by defeating Joey P. And was very excited, Joe P. And was very excited about it. And was getting ready for his match against Justin Wong. Had his chance to go up against the legend Justin Wong, who apparently everyone is saying is so good, right? And then this all found out, and so from my perspective, I was there while this was all going down. Right. And I was literally talking to all the organizers, all the Capcom reps, everybody, Eliver, Smooth Viper, everybody. They brought back all the players, including Leffen and a whole bunch of other people who had been knocked out during the course of that. And seriously, there was maybe 30 to 40 minutes of just hand-wringing. I don't want people to be like, well, this was our decision, but everyone was like, Jesus, what do we do? How do we make this fair? And there was just no way anybody could come up with anything to be fair, right? And then, of course, a lot of people who were fighting for ways that favored Eliver, including myself, are all friends with Eliver. So they were like, how do we, does that fair? If we, a whole bunch of people, right? And then no one could figure it out, and then they were like, well, if we do this in favor of Eliver, then he's going to get top player privilege, everyone's going to get mad about that, all this other stuff, and so they figured the best way to do it was just to rerun the whole entire bracket, starting from the matches that Quackbot was involved in, right? So just and like pretend he was banned, and then just play through the brackets, the matches that he affected, where he actually won, right? And so they did that, much to the dismay of Eliver. And Eliver did, in fact, get to winners finals again. He had to beat Leffen this time instead of Quackbot. So he beat Leffen to get to winners finals, where he played Joe P again. And Joe did beat him this time, presumably with previous match knowledge.
Presumably. And
sent Eliver to losers bracket, who did make it out in losers. Barely, by the way.
Right.
Even in losers finals, he barely won. And or was that where he played Leffen? He might have played Leffen in losers.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember, but he didn't make it out. To which then he immediately lost the first game in the semis, and he was out. And Eliver was really, really pissed about the whole entire thing. As far as I know, Quackbot was then banned from like that tournament, and like I think he might be banned for a few years from Canada Cup or something.
I don't know that there's an official public pronouncement on that, but I'm sure he will be banned.
Yeah, it was really crazy in there, and yeah, I mean it's really interesting because some people are like, man, what's up with Joe P? Like, why didn't he just give the match to Eliver since they played? Look, don't even be mad at Joe P.
It's not really Joe's fault.
It's not his fault that this happened, and he had a second chance. I mean, like, he's just going to play it again, right? Like, if you're mad at Joe P, you're mad at the wrong people.
I agree with that. I do think he probably should have given it up, but I'm not mad at him for doing that.
Right, exactly. Like, if it were me, I would have been like, go ahead, take it,
I think so, too.
But I can't be mad at him for making that decision. There was no wrong decision for him to make there, in my opinion.
I'm with you.
So, honestly, like, I'm just mostly mad at Quackbot right now.
Sure.
I mean, I think that's the place to look at everything. And, you know, I don't want to put anyone on the hook for anything, but, you know, Capcom and Canada Cup staff, all of them were just like, how do we make this up to Eliver? Like, they all wanted him to win. Like, it wasn't, because, Eliver also came out and was like, you know, it seemed like that they were trying to do this as a favor for their Canada boy, Joe P., right?
Oh.
But they didn't want that. They wanted Eliver to win, pretty much.
They're not even from that part of Canada, by the way. They're from Calgary.
Right, exactly. So, I know a lot of people are mad at Canada Cup. They're like, you know what, fuck this tournament. I'm never going there. Eliver was like, I'm never going back, etc., etc. I don't blame Eliver at all. I mean, I would be super pissed off of it. He spent $1,000 to make it to this event, and then this kind of thing happens. But like I said, I was there, and there was a lot of hand-wringing, and it was a really, really frustrating situation for everybody there. And yes, I'm going to be a little bit biased because I'm friends with Eliver, but I'm also friends with the Canada Cup staff. I've been going to Canada Cup since like 2010.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right? Lapchi even at one point in time wanted me to get up on stage and do like a speech on why Canada Cup was so great and everything because I'd been going for so long. And I wanted to, but I already knew the kind of weird compromise position I would be in if I did that. So I was like, I don't want to do that, right? But again, like I said, I'm super good friends with them, and I know that this was not like just something that they were like, oh, well, let's just do this, screw Eliver kind of thing.
Of course.
Like, they were really, really in a terrible situation. Yeah. And after they made their decision, they were just like, God, please Eliver win, like, just like, please, you know, kind of a situation. Mm-hmm. So it was a really unfortunate situation, but before I continue, what are your thoughts on the whole entire thing?
Probably ban Quackbot for a long time. Mm-hmm. He is clearly the culpable party. Well, I guess he maybe plus Holy Order Troll. I don't know the circumstances of that, but that seems likely to me. Anyway, we'll find out. But for sure, at least Quackbot is. You say you don't know what culpable is?
No, I just said lawyer talk.
Oh, okay.
I was just happy.
That's who I would blame. That's who I think is blameworthy. So that's who I'm mad at. I definitely think he's screwed up, and there are extra allegations that he did the same at EVO, although he denies it. Mm-hmm. But everybody at the time thought it was curious that he was playing as PC Marvel God and not as Quackbot, and this I feel like may answer part of that.
Yeah, I mean,
he had signed up twice, so again, I don't know, but he certainly denies it for his part. I don't know what is to be done about it. You know what I mean?
So I want to address one thing in the chat right here. Is that how did people not notice that Quackbot was playing in two different pools? Dude, half the people who are running the pools are stressed out. They're tired. They have no idea what's going on. They've seen 1,000 people over and over and over again, dude. And pool one guy running it might not even have been the same guy running pool two.
Was probably not.
Right. So
usually is not.
you cannot blame the staff in that situation. You have a tournament. Marvel had 130 entrants.
Yeah.
Okay, 169 entrants.
Okay.
And you're not going to expect people to know every single one of them.
No.
I don't even know what Quackbot looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he got third place at Evo. I can't remember what he looks like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't have recognized him. And that's just the way that the situation works. So you cannot blame people running polls and things like that. It's too hard. It's too hard.
No, for sure. So what I felt in retrospect was the best idea would have been to replay the matches that Quackbot directly impacted, but not the matches that he did not. So if, as did happen, Oliver plays the same dude in Winners Finals, that has already happened, and there's no need to replay it.
Right.
Now, I brought that up to the Canada Cup guys when we were having pho, and Lapchi was like, you know what? I literally woke up the next morning, and I was like, that's what we should have done.
But see, here's the crazy thing is, I said that to
you?
them.
Okay.
I literally said that to them.
They were like, man, if only we had thought about that at the time. So I don't know, I wasn't there.
But it might not have been Lapchi who heard it. It might have been like Min and somebody else who I was like, we should do it this way. I was like, there's no reason for to play the matches. However, the reason why that was shot down is because when you get to the loser side, what if you know if you win your match, the next guy you play, you automatically lose? Because you played each other already. Does that just mean that, like, that sucks for that guy because then he has no reason to play the current match that he's playing, except to be a gatekeeper.
So, okay, interesting.
So on the loser side bracket, if the guy over here won, and you know that you were going to play him, and you lost last time, and you have to play this guy.
You're already going to losers anyway.
You're out of the tournament. You're eliminated automatically by him getting there, because if you win, you become eliminated.
Wait, no, you get sent to losers.
I'm saying this is already on loser side.
Oh.
So if this is already on loser side... No, this one wasn't. But I'm just saying the reason... But hypothetically, if this was on loser side, if this guy won and he beat you last time and you were playing this guy, you wouldn't even play anymore. You would just be like, take it, because I'm already eliminated. There's no point.
Yeah, I guess that is an issue. That seems less injurious to me than screwing somebody who won, but...
Yes, I agree.
But I certainly understand the point. It's hard, man. Being in a TO is hard. And in the future, if this situation comes up, I think I would expect that they would probably do the replay unless it already happened thing. But, it's a tough call. And I think so anyway, that's all that stuff. What is interesting to me, in addition, is what happens now to prevent this in the future. And I'm not sure.
Dude, all of us are not sure. Because, like, someone... was actually saying is like Quackbot may have ruined open tournaments like forever. Like he is just now made running these tournaments that much more expensive.
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
Because honestly, it's like now it's starting to get to a point where you register, you have to put your photo, you have to upload a photo and it gets printed out on your badge.
Yeah.
And you have to have a badge with that photo on there, and then every time you play a match you gotta show your badge and your photo. Like that's kind of the level in which we're getting to now if this is going to keep happening. This may have happened many times before, right? This might not have been the first time that this has happened. It's just Quackbot is a player who made third place at EVO, so he's obviously good enough that this will affect things. You know,
I feel like it's probably happened not infrequently. I feel like it's not infrequent. Again, like it's curious to me that I know in the past he had signed up as PC Marvel God. It was not the first time that he ever played it at EVO. But like, what if he was doing Quackbot and PC Marvel God at like every tournament? I don't know. Exactly. I'm just tossing out allegations like I'm on the Fox News programs, but it's a good question, and I don't know again how to deal with that really. I feel like the better thing to do, I feel, would be to
cutting slices. So
yeah, man. Eat up. I feel like the better thing to do is to just make it so that the consequences are very severe for people who are found to be doing it. I would rather put the extra burden on them rather than the tournament generally and the other attendees. Right. So like if you do a thing where like you upload up your photo ID and whatever other identity protection measures you want to take, it's a big burden for the TO and for everybody else entering the tournament. It sucks. So instead, I would rather just make it like, look, if we ever found out that you're doing this, you are banned forever. You are definitely done playing video games. And maybe some people will continue to do it, but I can't imagine that many would, especially now. And
Quackbot's already said that he is willing to accept his punishment. He said he was really sad about it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, look, I know there's a lot of remorse talk and everything like that, but I'm not trying to like be like, you know, like kill Quackbot kind of thing like that. But look, you are a third place finisher. It's obviously you are very good at video games.
Right.
You cannot just put yourself in and think of it as a funny joke.
Yeah.
There's just no way that even
like,
qualifies.
Dude's been to tournaments before. You know what I mean? Like, the idea that it's not, that it's like, oh, it's an accident, oh, sorry, everybody. Come on, it's absurd.
Right.
It's like actually absurd to me that anybody would say that. Or believe anybody else would say that.
Especially since he played on stream, and after he beats Smooth Viper, he like winks at the camera and like points at the, like at that point in time, you've already gone beyond like, okay, I can see that this is kind of messed up. It's like, hey, I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time doing this.
Yeah, it's very silly. It's definitely punishment worthy, and I don't want to kill him either, but I probably don't want to see him at fighting game tournaments. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably it, man. I've never talked with him before. I don't know. Maybe he's a nice dude. I guess probably in person, but you know, sometimes people screw up bigly, and that was a big time screw up. Big time screw up. It's even if it hadn't led to issues like, you know, problems for Elever and for Canada Cup and for Capcom. By the way, it was not just Canada Cup that was making the decisions; it was Capcom reps too. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it was a unilateral choice, you know what I mean, on Canada Cup's part.
Like I said, I don't want to put the Canada Cup or Capcom on the hook, but everybody there was just like, we got to make this up to Elever.
Yeah,
or something.
no. Anyway, so. It's a bad situation, and I feel sorry for Elever and for the TOs, because both of them were put in a terrible spot.
Yeah, and Curly, Smooth Viper wasn't the one who called it out. It was really Flux who brought it up to Smooth Viper.
Okay.
So Smooth Viper had no idea. He just played and he lost, and he was like, whatever. And then Flux went up to him afterwards and was like, dude, I think he was in another pool. Because Flux would know who he is, right?
Sure.
And so that's what happened. It wasn't like Smooth Viper was like, I'm not going to call him out unless I lose. No, he literally was. For this situation, Smooth Viper was completely blame-free. Okay? Like, there's no reason to be mad at Smooth Viper for this particular situation. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah, Holy Order Troll should probably be banned too. Again, I don't know the exact circumstances. I mean, the story is that, her stick wasn't working, so hey, man, how about you play? Sure. Mm-hmm. That seems like a made-up story. Right? But in any case, I don't know if it is, but even if it is not, you can't go give your spot to somebody. You know?
Yeah, I mean, look,
you can't do that.
Paid for Kazunoko's next tournament trip after the NCR patch debacle. I remember that. And, you know, I'm sure that's something they're considering, doing a lot of things for Elever as well. So,
That'd be nice.
Let's just wait and see. I mean, the problem right now is that we haven't heard anything official from Capcom or Canada Cup yet.
Yeah,
so
right.
Hopefully at some point in time that comes soon, so that we
nice.
can actually get some, results on this. So, but yes, Elever absolutely got screwed.
He definitely did.
Even trying to remove any bias that I have, because I love Elever to death. I've known him forever. He's been one of those pool runners at EVO since like EVO 2005. Like, I remember he was there since the very beginning. So I've known Elever for years, and he got screwed. Even from the most objective, whatever standpoint, he got royally jacked in that situation.
He did.
So
he did.
Because that's the thing is, I told him too. I was like, you can't have Elever replay his matches because now he's in a terrible mental state. And everyone's like, but you can't take that into account. Like, you can't take mental state into an account kind of to make these decisions, right? It has to be
it's a tough job.
So
being a TO is not easy.
Yeah.
But I get, the one nice thing to come out of it is that now we have a rule on it.
Yeah.
On how to handle it.
Is in here too as well.
Yeah, he is here. Yeah, without
so I didn't even know he was in here. So I wasn't saying that just because I saw him in the chat.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
I'm literally... That's just how I've known him forever. So
indeed, and we're all upset for him. It feels like every time he gets close to something happens. Like he almost got a stone. Kazunoko decides to play Marvel all of a sudden, and he somehow takes it. And he gets 9th at EVO 10,000 years in a row. Things like that. It's it definitely sucks, but in the future, now we'll know how to approach it, and hopefully it doesn't come up, but at least we have a way to deal with it if it does.
Charles Lee, I definitely think this situation is by far worse than what happened with Kazunoko at NCR. Because that was just like replay the match. It was only the matches that had concluded we replayed again, as opposed to even further down the line. In this situation, we had to replay some of those matches and the ones at the end, and that's the part that sucks the most. So.
Yup. Bummer. Sorry to hear it. Everybody involved.
Yeah, and it's not Flux's fault either. Yeah, because
who would claim that?
I mean, someone's joking. So if Flux didn't say anything, Oliver wouldn't have gotten screwed, right? Like. No, dude, come on. Let's keep the focus where the focus needs to be. Is that Quackbot kind of messed everything up, not single-handedly, apparently, along with Holy Order Troll.
Yeah.
But like this was a situation, and unfortunately, if that means that they have to be made an example of and be banned for like 5 years or maybe lifetime or whatever like that, then that's what's just going to have to happen.
That's what's got to happen.
So,
alrighty.
Okay. But that was the Quackening.
That was the Quackening.
Again, yes, obviously doing the photos and badges and everything like that is an overreaction right now. Let's just leave it how it is and just hope that this doesn't keep happening, but be a little more diligent about it. And like you said, if you do get spotted, this is the punishment has to be so severe that it's not worth risking.
Right. Now, before we stop talking about it, there are accidents sometimes. Like, for example, the Canada Cup guys were telling me that Richard Nguyen accidentally entered twice. And it was because he registered, and then Rise registered him.
Oh, okay.
So there was Richard Nguyen, and then there was Rise Richard
Nguyen. Right, okay.
So it's just an accident. So you can't be a complete hard ass and just say, like, oh, if you registered twice, you're out of here.
Right.
You can't do that. But, so, I mean, all they did was they just took out the one that was Richard Nguyen, and they left Rise Richard Nguyen. That's it. Wasn't on purpose, just an accident. So you can't, there's not a hard line that you can do. But it's pretty clear, or at least is more clear, if there are shenanigans going on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you're not just gonna give somebody your spot.
Right.
Like, she's never been to a tournament either. Yeah, she has. He's never been to a tournament. Yes, they have.
And if you are gonna give it to someone,
come on,
give it to somebody who didn't play.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That has happened.
Yeah. Which is still not cool.
Not cool, but like it's not bad. It's not bad in the same way.
Right, exactly.
Not bad in the same way.
Exactly.
Okay.
Quack rich god. Oh, man. Yep. So, unfortunate situation. Like I said, I am friends with the Canada Cup guys, so that does, I don't want them to be at fault either, but I totally understand where Oliver's coming from, where he says he just doesn't want to ever go to a Canada Cup again.
I mean, I'm sure it's...
But see, because of that decision... You've hurt a tournament's reputation. You've hurt a player's efforts, like Oliver.
Yeah. Because of Quackbot's decision.
Right. Because of Quackbot's decision, you're hurting Capcom. You're hurting the game. Right. You're also hurting even Smooth Viper, like who's like a lot of people are like, "What's wrong with Smooth Viper? Why does this always happen?" Like one person, two people have put a lot of other people in some dire situations. And just think about that next time you want to do something stupid like that.
For sure. So. By the way, Curly, they did catch the Richard Nguyen thing. That was the point of my story.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's not that they didn't catch double reg, but they did. That's why I know about that story in the first place. So. Okay, anything else to say here?
Nope. I've said all I need to say.
All right. Let's
take
a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the rest of the stuff.
That's right. Okay.
Combofiend. What's his future like?
Ooh.
What does it hold?
Hellboy.
Hellboy happens.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back, guys.
Hellboy and Combofiend actually share some similarities. Big old chests, baby.
Okay, fair enough.